Fesco IPO opens today, and by the time this video drop, it might be too late to get shares if you want to. But we're still going to do a quick review of the prospectus. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jamie. Now if you're new, please subscribe. Turn on your post notification so that way once we drop any new video, you'll be notified. You can also connect with me. I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram at Radcliffe or Twitter at Radcliffe2030. Today we're going to be talking about the IPO for Fesco. Now, you see if this is something you want to know about, you can just go ahead and hit that like button. Today we'll be talking about Fesco's IPO, and if you like this topic, just go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, alright? The IPO opened this morning at 9:30, and if it's not closed as yet, it has up until April 9th to close, which is next week Friday. Fesco plans to list on the junior market, which, as we all know, it has a market cap of 500 million. They plan to sell 500 million shares at a price of 80 cents, which in essence is going to raise about 400 million before all fees and everything. And based on the prospectus, this seems to be an all or nothing deal for Fesco, as they have said that if they are not able to raise the 400 million, then they're just going to refund all the monies. Of the 500 million units being sold, 200 million out of it is being sold by the current owners of the company. They basically want to realize some of the money that they have invested over the years. The rest of the money is intended to help the company expand into the LPG market, as well as to boost their presence in Kingston. Fesco is a company in the gasoline space with 14 stations all over the island. Granted, they are mainly dealer owned. And while Fesco does have a number of locations, a lot of them are basically in St. Catherine, with only 3 in Kingston. Now, of the 3 locations in Kingston, 2 of them basically in a rural Kingston, with 1 in Rockall and 1 in Stony. And what I found interesting about Fesco is, even though they're in the gasoline space, Fesco actually sell them own drinking water. And with over 14 different gas stations all across Jamaica, they have a lot of shelf space to market the water. Fesco also projects that by the end of 2022, their net profit is supposed to double. But this is based on certain assumptions, a couple of them being that inflation stays the same and nothing really changes in their whole operation or the market in general. In my estimation, these could be good estimates because between 2019 and 2020, Fesco actually more than doubled their net profit from 40-something million to over 100 million. The growth in net profit over the years to come may be achievable, but this all depends on if everything stays the same. And we all know that anything can happen. Look at 2020, we're just gone. My take on the company is that it is one that I can possibly invest in. But like with everything, there are some pros and cons. One of the biggest pros that I find for Fesco is that gasoline retailers don't really absorb the price fluctuation of gasoline. It's pretty much all passed back to the clients. We all know that every Thursday, gas price raise or it drop. Right? So by Wednesday evening, you'll hear on the news that gas price goes up by this or it went down by that, and diesel went up by this or it went down by that. So all of those price fluctuations, Fesco don't really have to take them into consideration much because the client's going to pay that anyway. Understand what I'm saying?
Now, like our gas station, Fesco have their own line of lubricants and coolants and so on that they supply. They're doing this with Paramount Trading, which is another company that is listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange as well. They also have a bulk license, which will allow them to supply the gasoline to their different dealers at a markup. So once it is they're able to get more dealers under their belt, then revenues will go up. One of the biggest takeaway for me for this IPO for Fesco is the amount of taxes that they will be able to save once they're listed on the junior market. Now, we all know that for the first 5 years, when you're listed on the junior market, you don't pay any taxes. Now, for last year, Fesco paid approximately 32 million in taxes. Now, for 5 years, that's over $150 million. And if Fesco is intending to double revenue, then we know it would have been more than the 32 million they paid last year. So it's a lot of money they will be saving just by listing on the stock exchange. This money can now be used to pretty much grow the business, invest in other areas, build new gas station for the Fesco company itself, or source new dealers. anything at all that they want to do. Fesco also seems to want to retain a lot of cash. So you can see that they're trying to grow over the next few years. They have decided that they're going to pay out about 25% in dividends yearly. Well, not even 25%, up to 25%. They have also said if they see anything worth investing in, then they might pay out less in dividend for that particular year. Now with the cons. As we all know, with everything, once you have pros, you have to have cons, because there are risks in everything that you do. And one of the most glaring for Fesco is the fire that happened in Mandeville some time ago. While this gas station is really a dealer-owned station, it's not one that is owned directly by Fesco. Nobody really cares about that. I don't care about that, because when I go to that gas station and look up, I am not seeing Radcliffe's gas station, I am seeing Fesco. That is all I care about. They will need to ensure that something like this does not happen again, because it can result in a lot of reputational damage for the company. Tanker drivers in Jamaica also hold a lot of power. So they are one that can impact the operations of Fesco if they decide that they are going to strike and not supply any gasoline to any station. While this doesn't only affect Fesco, Fesco will have some fallout if they decide to withdraw services. The next thing I want to look at as a drawback for Fesco is not something that is really in Jamaica fully as yet, or fully accepted in Jamaica, but we are heading there. Not too long ago, the Prime Minister said that Jamaica will not be left behind as it relates to the EV market. Now, for those of us who don't know, EV means electronic vehicles. A lot of countries now are moving more towards electronic vehicles, with commitments made for electronic vehicle production and implementation in their society by certain years. Even California in the United States want to have a certain amount of EVs on the road and being sold by 2035, which I think is about 70%. While Jamaica normally lags behind the rest of the world as it relates to the implementation of technology, don't get it wrong. Currently we have EVs in Jamaica already. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, just please hit that like button. As I said, I plan to get some shares in Fesco. I was thinking of doing mainly for dividends before the whole prospectus came out, but with Fesco only offering 25% annually for a dividend, I may have to rethink that. But I will hold the shares for some time if I do get in. What Fesco will offer as it relates to appreciation of the share prices. Now, as always, guys, if you plan to invest in Fesco, don't just take my word for it. Be sure to speak with your financial advisor first. And until next week, people, bye bye.